Today on MUFC Pulse, we'll dive into some incredibly intriguing news. United are reportedly set to cough up the release clause for Elliot Anderson, and Van de Ven's take ahead of facing the Red Devils. For more on this story, check out the video. We also have some equally exciting football news coming up, so stay tuned until the end to catch it all. Welcome to MUFC Pulse. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell for more updates. Man United ready to splash the cash on Forest for January midfield swoop. Manchester United are stepping up their chase to sign Nottingham Forest midfielder Elliot Anderson when the January transfer window opens. The 22-year-old put in a dazzling shift against United at the City Ground last weekend, bossing the midfield in front of new gaffer Ruben Amorim, who was in the stands taking it all in. Word has it that Ineos are dead set on winning the race and are now gearing up to table a formal bid. Forest, though, have dug their heels in, making it crystal clear they'll only entertain proper money or nothing at all. They've slapped a whopping £80 million price tag on their star man, but United reckon a deal could be done nearer the £60 million mark. That sort of offer should at least get both clubs round the table for a proper chinwag. Crucially, Anderson himself is said to be dead keen on a move to Old Trafford. After Amorim missed out on his top midfield target last summer, snapping up the lad with his tireless engine, physical presence, and top-drawer defensive nous could be just the ticket to set United's engine room alight. With the Reds to climb the table and steady the ship under their Portuguese boss, Anderson's arrival could provide the much-needed spark to turn draws into wins. And let's be honest, landing a homegrown talent who's already proven he can handle the big stage would be a proper coup for the club's long-term rebuild. Shocking response from Micky Van de Ven ahead of hosting United. Manchester United are set to travel to Spurs for the continuation of matchweek 11 in the 2025-2026 Premier League season at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. This fixture is the main event, as both sides have amassed 17 points from their opening 10 matches, with identical records, 5 wins, 2 draws, and 3 defeats. The only difference lies in goal difference, where Spurs hold the edge thanks to conceding far fewer goals. With the stakes sky high in a campaign where every point could prove decisive come May, this early season showdown carries all the hallmarks of a potential title race pivot, especially given the historical baggage between these two proud institutions. Manchester United currently occupy 8th place in the provisional standings. From 10 outings, the Red Devils have scored 17 goals and let in 16. Though their form has yet to reach full consistency, United's recent away record is rather encouraging, with just 2 losses from 5 league trips. The remainder, 2 draws and a crucial victory away at Anfield. That Anfield triumph, secured through a late Harry Maguire stunner, has done wonders for morale under Ruben Amorim, reminding supporters that the Red Devils can still produce moments of magic even when the broader picture remains a work in progress. Spurs, sitting in 6th, have demonstrated a far sturdier defense. They too have netted 17 goals, but have conceded only 8. This advantage serves as valuable capital for Thomas Frank to pile pressure on United, particularly on home turf. That said, inconsistency in the Premier League remains a blemish for the Lilywhites in recent weeks. The Danish tactician will be acutely aware that failing to convert defensive resilience into consistent results could see his side drift from the Champions League spots, a scenario that would undoubtedly trigger fresh scrutiny over his highline philosophy. In the last 5 meetings against Spurs, Manchester United have managed just 1 draw and suffered 4 defeats. One of the most painful was the loss in the previous season's Europa League final. This encounter presents an opportunity for Ruben Amorim to exact revenge and prove that his side's revival is progressing according to plan. The Portuguese coach, still betting in his system, knows a statement victory in North London would silence doubters and cement his authority, particularly after a summer of upheaval that saw key departures and high-profile arrivals reshape the squad's identity. On the home side, Spurs' Premier League form has been up and down. From their last 5 matches, they have secured 2 wins, suffered 2 losses, and drawn once. However, in the Champions League, Spurs have looked assured, including a thumping victory over Copenhagen, where Micky Van de Ven was one of the key figures. That European swagger, built on swift counterattacks and relentless pressing, offers a blueprint Thomas Frank will hope to replicate domestically, especially against a United side still vulnerable to transitions despite Amorim's best efforts to plug the gaps. Following the Copenhagen match, Micky Van de Ven stressed how vital that win was as preparation for facing Manchester United. He described the clash with the Red Devils as hugely important for Spurs, and the triumph over Copenhagen as a solid foundation for future performances. The Dutch defender also acknowledged United as a side full of surprises at present, meaning Spurs must capitalize on every opportunity in every game. His candid assessment, delivered with the quiet confidence of a player who has already silenced critics with his marauding runs, underscores the maturity that has made him indispensable to Thomas Frank's project at such a tender age. Van de Ven himself is drawing attention in Spurs' back line. Across 15 appearances in all competitions, he has contributed 6 goals, including a stunning solo run strike against Copenhagen. His pace, vision, and sharpness in front of goal make him a double threat to opponents, including Manchester United come the weekend. That Copenhagen goal, a 60-yard slalom past 3 defenders before a composed finish, has already entered club folklore and serves as a stark warning to United's midfield that allowing the 24-year-old space could prove catastrophic in a match decided by fine margins. The match is tipped to be a tight affair. United arrive with a mission for retribution and a decent away record, while Spurs will rely on their watertight defense and rapid transitions. Victory would be crucial for both teams to bolster their positions at the sharp end of the table. In a season where the top 4 remains tantalizingly open and the chasing pack refuses to blink, 3 points here could either propel a side into genuine contention or consign them to another week of soul-searching amid the relentless churn of the Premier League circus. With the electric atmosphere at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, this fixture is about far more than 3 points. It's prestige and proof. Both United and Spurs desperately need a win to maintain momentum amid this season's fierce competition. Joshua Zirkzee courted by Sevilla. La Liga outfit Sevilla have reportedly made contact with Manchester United regarding the prospect of securing a January loan for Joshua Zirkzee. The forward is having a torrid 2025-2026 campaign, struggling to force his way into Ruben Amorim's plans at the club. Following the summer arrivals, Zirkzee has seen his minutes dwindle markedly. He is yet to start a match this term and has clocked just 82 minutes of top-flight football. Zirkzee is believed to be keen on departing United in January in order to stake a claim for a spot in the Netherlands 2026 World Cup squad. Whilst he is desperate to leave, Amorim and United have made it plain that a mid-season exit will not be countenanced. Amorim's stance is that Zirkzee will have a more prominent role when the likes of Mbeumo and Ahmad are absent with their national sides for the Africa Cup of Nations. However, a more recent report suggests that Zirkzee is convinced he has done all he can to persuade Amorim to grant him greater playing time. The 24-year-old is gradually coming to terms with the probability that his future lies elsewhere than Old Trafford. Sevilla have emerged as suitors for Zirkzee. Last month, Sevilla boss Matías Almeida professed his admiration for the Dutchman and his qualities. Now, Sevilla have inquired of United about loaning Zirkzee, with the Spanish side eager to steal a march on rivals for his services. The transfer will be no straightforward affair, as United are reluctant to let the Dutchman go without stringent terms, but the Andalusian club is confident it can table an enticing proposal for all concerned. Sevilla saw a chance to land a striker hungry to make his mark. According to transfer sources, West Ham and PSV Eindhoven also in the running for his loan, meaning Sevilla must move swiftly to gain the upper hand. Sevilla will dangle the carrot of a pivotal role and an ambitious project to persuade Zirkzee that the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan is his best option. Sevilla knows that these assurances, coupled with a commitment to cover his full wages, will almost certainly swing the balance in their favor. Zirkzee's United contract runs until 2029. Sevilla's chase for Zirkzee fits their recent approach of strengthening the attack via high-profile loans, particularly after an indifferent start to the 2025-2026 La Liga season that leaves them languishing in mid-table. The club has ploughed resources into youth and versatility under Almeida, and Zirkzee's technical prowess and link-up play could dovetail nicely with existing forwards such as Isaac Romero. By shouldering his full wages, reportedly around €150,000 per week, Sevilla aims to keep financial exposure to a minimum whilst guaranteeing the Dutchman regular starts. This move could also signal their intent ahead of a potential tilt at Europa League qualification. Rivalry from West Ham and PSV lends urgency to Sevilla's pursuit. West Ham, under their new gaffer, are after Premier League-tested talent to bolster their European aspirations. PSV offered Zirkzee a return to the familiar confines of the Eredivisie and a clear route to consistent minutes. Each club brings distinct attractions, rendering the player's choice a complex one. Zirkzee's possible exit from Manchester United lays bare the hurdles of adjusting to a new division and managerial ethos. His scant minutes highlight Amorim's preference for tactical suitability over individual reputation. A loan spell could breathe new life into his career and safeguard World Cup involvement. Yet United's intransigence risks further hampering his progress if no acceptable compromise is found. In the end, Sevilla's pledge of a starring role and full-wage coverage puts them in pole position. The project's focus on attacking license under Almeida may chime with Zirkzee's flair. Success in Spain could restore his confidence and market worth. Failure to clinch the deal might compel United to rethink their mid-season position. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comment your opinion.